Friday. Well, we're heading out this morning and actually this afternoon. Got to run down to Frankfort and take care of my son's dogs. Grandson's in the hospital in ICU. He has an autoimmune disease and he may have to have his spleen removed, so any prayers would be appreciated. This is our trail, and this is why I have this jacked up Jeep here to drive. The trail actually belongs to 6 of us property owners, but we're pretty much the only ones that do anything to it. A lot of people just own property for recreational hunting. See, my drive time, it takes 15-20 minutes sometimes to get down the hill, depending on what condition it's in. And I got 2 puppies coming with me today. These are Bear's puppies. They're going to be 2 years old in a couple weeks. One running out front there is Michaela. Here's Piggy. His actual name is Raphael. I named all of them except Michaela after famous artists, but you know, nicknames get brought in there because Piggy likes to get dirty. He is him and Pigpen and the Snoopies would have got along famously. Here we're coming up on one of the holes in the road. But it's worth it living up here. It's quiet, peaceful, no neighbors. Nearest full-time neighbor is about 3-4 miles away. A lot of Mennonites have bought back here, and they're awful good neighbors. Keep their property nice, friendly. It's a bumpy ride. Especially in the spring, it's beautiful up here. A lot of wildflowers, blooming trees. We've got 55 acres. It's 2 farms. The original farm was 33, and then we bought another 22 in 2005. Of course, I was still working then, and we could afford that kind of luxury to have some more property. I got cancer in 2011 and wound up the chemo damaged nerves in my feet, so we had to scale down a little bit. I had to leave my job. I was a nurse, St. Joe's in Lexington for 12 years. So I had to take an early retirement, but we really enjoy it up here. It's just so pretty and quiet. Now we're coming up on this, what we call the swamp. This is the worst part of our trail. It's actually a little better. Before the tractor broke down, my husband was able to smooth it out some, but then he's got to get back to work on the tractor. It's broke a drive shaft, and it's a Kubota, and it's a bear to work on. You have to practically break the tractor in half to put the drive shaft in. And he's had his own health issues. He's had esophageal cancer, and he had surgery, and that so far so good. He's still negative for cancer, and then he went and had a heart attack in December, so he had some heart stents put in. So it'll probably be spring before he gets back on that tractor. You know, that's the way it goes. It's always something. So we just drive this old Black Beauty here. She gets us there with minor repairs, usually the suspension, which that's pretty obvious that this road is not easy on the suspension. I hope y'all are not getting too dizzy. It's quite a bumpy ride, and I hope the engine noise ain't too much either. Puppies have disappeared, but they'll catch up to me when we get down to the car. I left Bear home and with the youngest puppy, Baby Mikey. Baby Mikey's club-footed. We spent $600 in 2 veterinarians, and he's still club-footed. So this cold weather is kind of rough on him. And then Bear, he's got a little bit of arthritis going on too, so I thought it best, since it was like 8 degrees this morning, to leave them back at the house. And yes, it is a cold ride without windows in your Jeep. But that's another project. Gotta buy a new topper and new windows, that type of dealie. So that's another one on the list. It's always something. But it is a little bit of a ride here, getting out to the road. And we haven't come to the best part yet, which is crossing through the creek. Here's one of the ponds over, I don't know if you can see that or not, on the second property that we bought. We've got a couple old horses. Old Jethro, he's 28, and then Angel, she's 22. Got a donkey, can't even tell you what age he is. I got suckered into buying him at the horse sales. He was just kind of looking at me all sad, and I knew the guy that was bidding on them was what we call a killer. They buy them for horse meat, and donkeys have a layer of fat underneath their skin that makes good hide glue for leather making, making saddles and such. So I bought him for $25. Then we had a real time. My son was pretty sure, since he's a miniature, that he'd fit in the minivan. Well, it's not easy to get a donkey in a minivan. They're not very cooperative. So we had a friend that came and hauled him home for us in a trailer, the proper way to do things. But we love him. He's a real character. He plays with the dogs, and I'll get some videos of that too. We've just been a little busy this week. We've been doing a lot of running over to the next town. We live in Owen County, and have to run over to Frankfort and take care of my son's dogs and cats and chickens. You can see where he got it from. He's another one, loves pets, and his wife is just, she's just like me when it comes to the animals. She doesn't know the word no. I'm getting better though with age. I used to have 12 horses. We used to breed paint horses, and that's quite a bit of work. And when I first got sick, we had to cut back. But I kept the old ones because I knew, you take a older animal to the horse sale, and it's not going to bring anything to start with, and then it's most likely going to wind up going to the killers. And that's, they've served us very well. The mare had 4 good foals, and the old Jethro there, the 28-year-old, he's raised many colts and protected the herd, so they deserve to live their lives out here where they're free to roam and get plenty of good eats. I don't know if anybody else out there has horses, but we have to feed him special senior feed, and it's quite costly. It's really gone up, but you know, scrapping and dumpster diving, it really can help with the price increases of everything, since my husband and I are both pensioners on Social Security. It's hard to make them dollars stretch, especially, you know, when you have a lot of medical prescriptions and such. But, you know, you get a couple checks a week when you're out scrapping, it does help a lot. And my car, you know, it's 4-cylinder, it hardly uses anything in gas. Oh, here we go, through the creek. Well, we're almost there. Puppies are getting excited. They know they're going to get in the car. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little drive down the hill. Pray you never have an emergency, because that's about as fast as it gets. This Jeep, I don't think it's been out of first gear since 2013, other than to be put in reverse. That's about the only gear you want to ride in up that road. And then sometimes it feels like it's shaking every giblet you got inside.